In this video, I'm going to explain what each Facebook advertising objective means and when you should use them. Let's talk about that. Hi, my name is Ferguson. I help businesses make more money using Facebook ads. And in this video, I'm going to explain what each Facebook ad objective means and when you should use them. So when you log into your Facebook ad manager and create a new campaign, the first thing Facebook asks is, what is your marketing objective? And we're giving a bunch of different options here, broken into 3 different buckets: awareness, consideration, and conversion. And within each of these buckets, we have a few different ad objective options. Now this is where some confusion is created. So the purpose of this video, we're going to go through each one of these, explain what they mean, and hopefully you'll have a better understanding of what you should be using for your next Facebook campaign. Now before we get into this, it's important to understand how Facebook works. They use data and algorithms to predict what people are likely to do. So what Facebook wants to do is help you as an advertiser achieve your ad result. So what they're going to do is help send your ad, deliver your ad to the people who are most likely to fulfill your ad objective. So why is this important? Well, you need to select the correct ad objective based on what you're trying to achieve to help Facebook deliver your ad to the right people. For example, if the purpose of your ad campaign was to try and get people to purchase a product on your website, but you selected an engagement ad objective on Facebook, you're probably not going to get the best results. Why? Because you're telling Facebook you want to optimize for people who are most likely to engage with your ad and not purchase it. A more appropriate objective would be to select a conversion ad optimized for purchases. That way Facebook is sending your ad to the people who are most likely to purchase products on your site. So let's get into it here. The first objective under the awareness bucket is brand awareness. So brand awareness is for people who are likely to recall your brand later. Think about car brands. There's so many different car commercials you see on TV, and there's a reason for that. What car brands want is for their brand to be top of mind when you're making your next car purchase. When you're about to buy a new car, you're going to be thinking about a bunch of different potential car brands that you might want to buy. So it's important for a car manufacturer that their brand is top of mind, that they're at least part of the discussion when you're trying to make that decision. So that's kind of what the purpose of these brand awareness ads is for. What Facebook does is they optimize for what they call ad recall lift, which uses machine learning to deliver your ad to people who are most likely to remember seeing it. Now, in order to measure brand recall in traditional advertising, they use things like polling and focus groups. But those things take a lot of time and they're really expensive. So what Facebook does is it trains an algorithm to try and mimic these polling results to estimate how many people are going to recall your brand. When you use this objective, Facebook is going to try and deliver it to the people who are most likely to recall your brand. So if that's important to you, then this is the objective you should use. The next one is reach, and this is simply the number of people who see your ad. Many people get reach confused with impressions. So reach is the unique amount of people that see your ad, and impressions is the total amount of times your ad has been viewed. So let's say you have 100 reach and you have 200 impressions. What that means is that 100 people have seen your ad, and those 100 people have seen it an average of 2 times each for a total of 200 impressions. Hopefully that makes sense. So if you select a reach objective on Facebook, what it's going to do is optimize for people for the most amount of people possible. It's not going to optimize for clicks. It's not going to optimize for leads. It's not going to optimize for conversions. So if you're trying to get your audience to perform some sort of action, then you should probably choose an objective that we'll discuss later. But if you just simply want the greatest amount of people possible to see your ad, you should be using a reach ad. Now once we hop into the consideration bucket, the first ad objective is traffic. So the purpose of this is to have people go to your website or app by clicking on a link. So you can send people to a destination either on or off Facebook, but the purpose here is to get people who are most likely to click on a link. Now again, it's important to remember that just because people are clicking onto your website, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to perform the action that you want. So if you want them to purchase, that's not the same as just clicking onto your website. The next objective is engagement. So this is to get people to engage with either a post on your page or the page itself. So this is great if you want to get some social proof on your page and on your different posts. It's not going to optimize for people who are clicking or performing an action. It's just for people who are likely to like, comment, and share your page or post. The next objective is app installs. So this is if you want to get more installations of apps that are registered on the Facebook developer site. So common examples are games like Farmville or Words with Friends, stuff like that. There's a bunch of other apps, but these are actually ads on Facebook. So this objective is obviously tailored to developers if you're trying to promote that app. The next objective is video views. So what this does is it optimizes for people who are likely to watch at least 10 seconds of your video. Now, if you have a video that you're advertising, you don't necessarily need to use this video views objective. For example, let's say you have some kind of video advertisement which you're trying to use as a commercial to promote a product, and you want people to purchase that product by clicking on a link. You don't necessarily need to use the video views objective. You can use a conversion objective. So videos can be used as the ad creative for many different objectives. But with the video views objective, you're just optimizing for people who are most likely to watch that video. The next objective is lead generation. So this is building up interest for your products or services. So maybe you're a real estate agent and you want to capture people's name and email and then follow up with them after. Or maybe you have some kind of ebook that you want people to download in exchange for their personal information. What you can do is actually create a lead generation form directly within Facebook. So a lot of people will send people to a landing page or their website where they can capture that information on that website. But what you can do now with Facebook is actually capture that information with a lead form built into Facebook. So it includes a lead generation form, which allows you to collect information. You can customize that form to collect all sorts of different information. By default, I think you can collect the name, email, and phone number. The interesting thing here is that Facebook pre-populates the form fields if they have that information from the person. So for example, let's say I saw a lead generation ad on Facebook. I wanted to take advantage of some offer. I click the button to open up the lead form, and it pre-populates my name, phone number, and email because I've provided that information to Facebook. So once you capture these leads, you can either download them from Facebook or you can actually connect a bunch of different CRM tools like MailChimp or Salesforce. So if you're using this to build up your email list, for example, you can actually hook up your email automation software and actually have those leads sent directly into it. The next objective is messages, and this is relatively new to Facebook. What these ads do is open up a messenger conversation on Facebook. So it's going to optimize for people who are most likely to use that messenger app. So let's say you're advertising to an audience on Facebook. A portion of those people probably don't use Messenger very much or at all. You're probably not going to convert those people with this objective, but a portion of those people probably use Messenger quite a bit. So what Facebook is going to do with this Messenger objective is optimize for those people in your audience who are most likely to open up that Messenger and reply to you. So the third bucket of ads are conversion ads, and the first objective in there is simply conversion. So this requires a Facebook pixel, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically just a piece of code that you install on your website, which helps Facebook track which pages people are visiting on your website. So after you select a conversion objective, you have to select an event which you want to convert towards. So different events that Facebook offers out of the box are lead, view content, search, add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase. So when you install the pixel on your website, which is really easy, Facebook is able to automatically recognize what each of these conversions mean. So like whenever somebody searches for something on your site, Facebook is able to recognize that. When somebody initiates a checkout, Facebook's able to recognize that. So you can optimize for each of these conversion events. So for example, how you might use this, let's say you have 100 people initiate a checkout and maybe only 10 people actually purchase your product. So Facebook is able to determine those two different groups. So what you can do is put the people who initiated a checkout but did not purchase your product into a custom audience and then send them a reminder advertisement, a retargeting ad on Facebook. You can also set up custom events on Facebook. So basically you have a piece of custom code that you can install on one page on your website, and then that tells Facebook that, hey, people who visit this page recognize them as this custom event, and then you can optimize for that. So conversion ads are probably one of the most popular, especially for e-commerce businesses. There's a lot of different things that you can do with it. The next one is catalog sales, and this is a relatively new one as well, I think. These are really cool. They're dynamic ads. So what this means is that you can display ads of specific products that people have already seen on your website. So let's say you have an e-commerce store with 100 products on your site. You have a bunch of people going to your store looking at all sorts of different products. What you can do with this catalog sales objective is advertise to those people who visited your website. But the ad that those people see are going to be the products that they viewed on your website. So this is really great because you don't have to create ads for each individual product on your site. You can simply upload a catalog sales list and run this catalog sales objective, and it'll do it automatically for you. And the last objective is store visits. So these are dynamic ads as well. It creates multiple ads for multiple store locations so that you can drive in-store visits and sales. So let's say you have some kind of chain in the city with multiple locations. You can use this store visits ad to create personalized and localized ads for each of those store locations. So that's really cool. It also includes some unique call to action buttons, which you can't use in other ad objectives. So for most ads, at the very bottom, you can create a button which says like apply now or book now or see more, something like that. But with the store visits objective, you have a few different unique options such as get directions and call now. So I hope that helped clarify what each of these ad objectives means and when you might use them in your own campaigns. I think the really important thing to understand is, first of all, before you start advertising, have a clear understanding of what you're trying to achieve. Are you trying to get people to engage with your post? Are you trying to get purchases? Are you trying to achieve leads? The objective you're trying to achieve is going to help determine what Facebook ad objective you select. At the end of the day, Facebook is just trying to help you as an advertiser get the best possible results. Because if you get better results, you're going to spend more money with them. I hope you gained some value from this video. My name is Ryan Ferguson. I'll see you guys in the next one.